Hey guys, Asher here, back in the video. Today I'm going to be trying something a bit different. I'm going to be talking about Roblox horror games this video. And more importantly, I'm going to be talking about the type of Roblox horror games that personally I think should deserve more attention. Now, if you did not know, recently on Roblox, horror games have been getting a lot more attention because it's bringing a lot more like generic horror YouTubers to play Roblox. And games like Doors, Apeirophobia, The Mimic, those games are basically getting extremely popular because of the new attention from people that usually wouldn't look at Roblox starting to play them. Now, in this video, I'm not going to be talking about the big type of horror games like Doors and stuff like that. And we're talking about a more like subgenre of horror that I have decided to nickname unsuspecting horror. Now, unsuspecting horror games are games like, for example, Jim's Computer and a stereotypical obby. What basically a unsuspecting Roblox horror game is it's a Roblox horror game that on the surface looks like a generic Roblox game, like for example a stereotypical Roblox obby. Looks like a Roblox obby, but the more you play into it, the deeper and darker it gets. Like for example, in stereotypical Roblox obby, the more checkpoints and stages you go through, the more distorted the music gets, as well as just the general stage layout becoming a lot more creepier. And for example, Jim's Computer starts off generic like simulator kind of game. You do stuff on the computer, you go to bed, and then you wake up in the night where everything's all creepy. At first someone would just like shrug that off like, the game's trying to be creepy. But the more you play Jim's Computer, the more like weirder and creepier it gets. Those are my favourite kind of games because they're not outright horror, and they're also really difficult to find, and they're almost like hidden gems because of the fact that they're prefaced like generic Roblox games that, for example, if a horror YouTuber was on Roblox looking for a good horror game to play, they would, if they search up horror in this, or like Jim's Computer or stereotypical Roblox obby, they would most likely pass those off because they would just say, well, they look like generic games, so I'm probably not going to play them. I'm going to find a genuine horror game that is labeled as a horror game on the front. Now, I feel like games like these should get made more and have more attention because it's really cool to see like the YouTubers like be confused at the start, but like the more they get into it, the more it starts to piece together in their mind that this is a horror game they're playing and not some random kid's Roblox game. Like for example, I am going to attempt to develop on Roblox a tycoon horror game where essentially you build a tycoon like the usual tycoons, like you build a house or something, but the more you get into it, the more creepy stuff starts happening. Like for example, I don't know, like last thing you build instead of finishing the tycoon is a basement on the bottom floor that only unlocks after you finish, and once you finish building the basement, it cuts to you actually in that specific tycoon, but in like a deep facility kind of version, and you've got to try and escape, and there's like multiple simulations going on, and that kind of adds the horror element to it. I prefer those kind of games because of the way they're structured. Like it's not like horror thrown at you right at the start. It's more kind of like a subliminal horror, like VHS tapes and stuff like that, where they don't start off scary, but you know you're getting into horror like the more you go through it. But yeah, with that said, this was just some type of Roblox content that I'd like to see more. If you want to see more Roblox videos from me, like generic, like, I don't know, Roblox games I find cool or underrated Roblox games, and you enjoy these kind of videos, don't forget to let me know down below, and subscribing will be really appreciated, as if they did quite well, I'm going to be doing more like Roblox kind of style videos. But yeah, with that said, I will see you all in the next video. Astronomical, out.